Hey guys, it's BW and we're back out in the garage. Well, as you know, we're outside the garage, but we're playing around with the Nova, and I wanted to start patching this inside quarter piece. The first thing I see is it's really only rotted here in the front on this passenger side. The driver's side is pretty bad the whole way across, but we got to start taking some things apart here and see what we got to do to make the patch. Let me get this door threshold off real quick, and then we'll take a look at what's next, because it looks like it runs underneath there a little bit. Let's see what we got. It was broke off from whenever. I think I got a new set of these up in the attic somewhere. This car came with so many parts. I'm trying to remember what I have and don't have. These aren't terrible. I could probably just straighten these up and use them. I might. Let me set that down there. Yeah, it ends right there. So let me bring you guys around and I'll show you what I'm thinking, and we'll figure it out from there. All right. Come down in here and take a look at what we got. You guys can see that the outside quarter in through here is rotted. We're not even worried about that right now. I got the whole new quarter over there that'll more than fix that. What we're concerned about is just right here on the inside. And this looks like it's going to be a relatively small patch. But we got to get the old stuff off before we can look at putting some of the new stuff down. All right. You can see the bucket's hiding a lot of it, but that one is rotted just about the whole way across. So we got a little more patching to do over there. So let's work on getting this out. Let me get set up. All right, well, we got this part cut out, and you can see I just got it laying in there. So we're gonna work on making our patch piece. I think I can use this as the template. I left it in pretty good shape. The bend may be a hair different from chiseling it up, but that's all right. We got this contour thing right here. If I put that up against there, you can see I can get the exact shape right there, and then I could just measure from that point down and put that little tail on it. All right, we also we hit it with the rust converter. We put some rust converter in there. This is all in pretty gosh darn good shape. It's really rough right here at the old quarter. Okay, so we're not really worried about any of this. We got the quarter out there in the shed, so we'll just, when we're ready to separate it, we'll separate it. I'm thinking that I'm gonna take this patch right here, when I make it, I'll just make it a little bit long, and that way it could even be squared off until we're ready, because this little sweeping piece right here that comes with the new quarter right there, where this is all laid out, you know, we could cut the patch to fit when we put the quarter on later. That's what I'm thinking anyway. All right, well, we got the patch piece in there. I think that's basically where I want it. I put a couple spot plug weld holes there. I got 2 screws holding it down. There's plug weld openings underneath there. You'll see on this side, I feel like I left it about a 1/2 inch big. I took this over to the shed and I drew basically where the new quarter panel was. I'm a little heavy or a tiny bit light, but either way, this will work out good when we put the new quarter on, I think. It should be fine. All right, we had to do a voiceover because the wind was so bad. You can see we got the patch in here, and it come out pretty good. I'm satisfied with it. Once we get the pour 15 and doing the floor, we'll slap a little bit on there. That'll be all right. We'll worry about the outside quarter when we get to it. No big deal. You guys can see the next job over there is going to be on the driver's side, inner quarter, and it's way worse. The rot goes up into the wheelhouse there. So we'll work on that next and see how it goes. All right, well, we turned the Nova around. It seems like it's a little easier to work on this yard area than on the ramp. So I've been doing that. Getting ready to start on this driver's side. And this is a mess. You see I'm drawing around. I'm trying to figure out where exactly I want to cut this. It's like if I go down along the bottom, there's still rot and I'll have to come up some. But I'm trying to think about going around all the stampings, so I can kind of like keep the stampings the way they are. I guess I don't know if it makes a difference or not. I'm not really sure what that bottom slot right there is for. But as you come over here and you look, they've already patched this. But if you can look and see the weld burn here, they just put it on to the old one. So I got to cut that back out. I'm gonna have to do some cutting outside because it goes about 3 inches below the floor right there where they welded. And they also have another piece that's cobbled right here, and I'm not sure until I open this up exactly what's going on there. It's like so I mean they did what they could, I guess, but like I said, they put this quarter on the easiest way they could and just covered up bad sins. So we're going to try to open this up and see what we find, and we'll fix it as we go. All right, guys, well, we cut the inside quarter out on this and a piece of the inner wheel well, and it's worse than I thought it was. Okay, so there is absolutely no rocker panel left right here. You can see where they put the quarter job on that they did. They just kind of let it stay there, and they attached it any way they could. They put 3 tacks on the outside of the rocker panel, as you can see there. So, and they got the back completely tore up. They actually, they pulled that out. If you look, they pulled that out with a wrench or whatever and flattened it out when they put the patch on their inner wheel well. And they just put metal on top of metal, and you guys know how that always ends up. So we cut that out, and there's a little bit more down there I got to cut out, but that's no big deal. We could hack that out in just a minute or two. So I'm just going to hold on this job here. I have the rockers for both sides, you guys can see, and it's like, yeah, no, they're not slipovers, but you can see how thick they are. They're actual rockers, and they make the rockers this way because they don't expect you to ever be able to get up in there unless you took the inside quarter or outside quarter off, and that's the only way you could replace the whole quarter panel. So we're just gonna use what we got. So if I show you this right here, you can see how that's supposed to sit. Basically, that's how that's supposed to sit, right like that. All right. So I'll show you what's going on. I'm just gonna go in the house and I'm gonna order the quarter panel for this driver's side and be done with it. I'm just gonna bite the bullet, pay the shipping or whatever, and I got to get one with a sail. I told you guys, you can see here, look how it's just, there's nothing left. See, I saved one to show you guys. See how there's a little bubbly there? I could take my knife and I can actually, there's a hole there now. Now there's a hole. Up here, same thing. I could put a hole in it real easily. So we know the sail's gone right there as well. All right. You can see where they tried to graph it in here. They tried to do the bare bones minimum. I guess they did the best they could. One thing they did do is they put a new outer wheel well in there, but that's not going to help us right now because of the way they got it welded in there. I'm going to have to fight to get that back out, and I'll try to do it without damaging it. You can see all the plug welds the whole way along right there. So actually it's going to be harder to get this quarter panel off because of the repair job that was done to it. All right, so we know we're going to have to pull the back glass at some point. I never pulled it, but I'll give it a try, and maybe I'll call my friend Steve that put the glass in the 55. I don't know, but I might give it a try to see how hard it is to get the glass out, and if it looks like I could do it, maybe I'll just do it. If not, like I said, I'll call Steve up and have him help me get it out. Now this side here, the sail don't look too bad, and we have the quarter panel in the shed. So I'm going to turn the car back around, and I think that's what we're going to do in the next video. We're going to hang this quarter panel, and we're going to do the rocker after that, or with that job. All right, I have all the stuff here for that. Now I bought the quarter panel without a sail, only because at Carlisle it's all they had, but it came with a sail, just not attached. All right, so that if I want to put the sail on, I can, but like I say, I don't see any of the rot that I see on the other side. I'm a little concerned right here. It may just be bad body work. You see where the paint's bubbling up right at the sail seam to the roof. All right, so I'm gonna dig around right there. We'll see what it looks like, okay? And if I can get away with saving this sail and just putting the quarter panel on, I will. And that way it'll save me a week or two before I have to take the back glass out. I don't know, but this quarter panel needs changed. At first sight, you guys would be like, "Bri, it don't look that bad except back here." No. There's a hole here, and then you can see a crack right here. And I don't know anybody that remembers there's another crack right there. All they did was they put a piece of quarter panel right over top of the old quarter panel. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'll try to show you in here. You see how there's that sticker right there? That's a new quarter panel, I guess you could say, but it's really not new. And you can see that rust right up there. I don't know if you see that rust right there where they welded it along in there. So I'm gonna play a little bit of heck getting this out, but I'll get it out. It's not a big deal. And like I said, the whole piece is rotted off right here anyway. So we're gonna that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna just change this quarter panel, and before we put the new quarter panel back on, we're gonna fish around right here and just see what's going on. All right, if it looks like it's okay, we're going to leave it. If it needs changed, we're going to change it. Nothing's going to surprise me at this point anymore on this car. I'm not afraid of anything on here. It is what it is. We're just going to work our way through it. And like I said, I got the rockers for the car, so we're going to change them, and we're going to cut them out just as they were purchased and just put them on that way and be done with it. You guys can see how rotted this one is. This is completely gone. All right, but once we throw those rockers on, quarter panel on this side, I have a crossover piece in the shed as well, brand new. So we'll put, we have to separate it there for the quarter anyway. So then we'll start looking at maybe changing that as well. We'll see. All right. Not going to get overly stressed about that just yet. It has to happen, but like I said, we have that parts came with the car. That's one of the parts that came with the car. So that's what's going on, guys. I'm going to go in the house, order the freight's going to kill me on that quarter panel, but I need it here. So that's what we're going to do. One of the things I'm a little worried about on this is I might have to change. What if I have to change the roof? I don't know. I'm not afraid to, but I never did it, but I might have to. I don't know what's going on here. We'll figure it out, but I do know right now I don't have to take the headliner down. The headliner's new, and they stretched it in there. They did the best they could. It's not perfect, but you guys can see it's sticking out right here and everything. But when I go to cut this sail out, I probably going to have to take this headliner out, and I'm going to try to do it in a way that I don't mess it up. I don't want to have to buy another one. This one is fairly new. So, I mean, if it's a little wrinkly, I'm not worried about that. But, I mean, whoever put it in, they did the best they could. And, well, we showed on mine, on my 55, I'm not really great at it either. So I got no critiquing to do on that. But if I don't have to buy this again, that'd be good. You know, because I start cutting and grinding. I don't want to light that thing up in there. I know there's a brace behind here, but you guys know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean. All right. So that's what's going on. I backed the cars, except Kim guided me back here because it's kind of hard to get the car up in here with we got a tie wall right there. So you got to come on an angle and then straighten it out. And it took me 3 tries, and it was all for nothing because now I got to take it and turn it back around because, well, we're going to do that quarter panel probably starting tomorrow because I'm off again tomorrow. I got a doctor's appointment at 9. I'll probably be wrapped up there to at least 11, I gotta say. So maybe I'll just come out here and start taking that quarter panel off, and obviously I'll have the camera set up and you guys coming along for the ride. We'll see what happens. I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. If you haven't yet, please consider hitting the subscribe button and watching a little bit of our content. It doesn't cost you anything, and it sure does help me. All right, hit the like button too while you're at it. Till next time, take care, everybody.